Another movie now from you, Mr. Ricky Hatton. You've put another American, although a very different kind of American, on the list. American Gangster.
His name is Frank Lucas. Everything about Frank's life seems unpretentious, orderly, and legitimate. It's like a Sicilian family. He structured his organization to protect him in the same way. But here's the thing. I don't think it's Frank Lucas that we're after. Who we want is whoever Frank Lucas is working for. It's whoever's actually bringing the heroin in.
Ridley Scott directed it. What is it about the movie that you like?
The two great actors in it, Denzel Washington, you know, he plays a bad one. And obviously Russell Crowe plays the cop that, you know, life is just that trying to find this one guy. It's a lot more real. Sometimes gangster films can be a little bit far-fetched, but the realism in the film of how it actually happened back in the day, you know, it's just wonderful acting.
The most important thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work, family, never forgetting where we came from. Thank you, Sean. So you are what you are in this world. That's either one or two things. Either you're somebody, or you're nobody. Be right back.
And you mentioned Russell Crowe and Denzel Washington. They've been to see you fight.
They have been to see me fight, and Russell Crowe come to Manchester to watch me fight when I took the IBF title from Kostya Tszyu. We went to
Did he come to support?
Well, he come to support Kostya Tszyu. Unfortunately, he went home a bit disappointed because we beat him. But no, and he come in the changing rooms after and said, "Well done." I never thought anybody would beat Kostya Tszyu like that. And then I bumped into him, funny enough, at the Oscar De La Hoya Manny Pacquiao fight. He come in the green room there, and I was talking to my dad and a few friends, and he heard, "There's only one Ricky Hatton," and I turned around and I thought, "Wow, who's this?" And it was Russell Crowe. And it's like you have to pinch yourself, but like that Russell Crowe singing, there's only one Ricky Hatton. It's brilliant, but
I hope you chucked him out. I'm with my mate.
I say, "Hey, yeah, Russell, you're cramping my style. Stop it." But no, I mean, them things are just you know, fantastic. You don't realise it at the time, but these people actually know you.
Both Russell Crowe and Denzel Washington, like they're in American Gangster. They've been in boxing movies themselves. Russell Crowe is obviously the Cinderella Man, and Denzel Washington in The Hurricane. A lot of these boxing films, like The Hurricane and The Cinderella Man, true stories, you know, so you can see actually what boxers go through. I mean, it's not exactly, you know, you're tootling down the yellow bit road in the boxing world, is it? You know, you've got to dig yourself up from the lowest point and take your chances, and that's what you've got to do in life, I suppose. That is it for part one of the guest list, but stay with me. I'll be right back with more movie choices from Ricky Hatton in a moment. Hello and welcome back to the guest list, where I'm joined by Ricky Hatton. Now, Ricky, what do you think of the way boxing's represented in film? Do you think it's done justice, or is it just a slice of entertainment? Is there one movie that you think has captured it? No, I think if you watch a Rocky film, you can grab inspiration how this, you know, fighter that has, you know, has as many losses as many wins, and then all of a sudden he gets his chance and he takes it by, you know, takes it with both hands, and that's what life is all about. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you don't get chances that come across your path too much, and then all of a sudden you do get one chance. You've got to grab it. And talk about Rocky, you know, grabbing it. I think he was the underdog for every single fight he was in. You know, fighting that 7-foot Russian, he still beat him. You know, what a guy. Sylvester Stallone come in my changing room before the Malinardi fight to wish me good luck. You know, and I thought, well, you know, Rocky is one of the inspirations of how you got into. I think I called him Rocky, actually, to be honest. I bet he didn't pick you up on that either. Well, I'm sure he has that all the time. He probably just laughed at me. You know, Ricky's had too many punches, but, you know. So you mentioned comedy earlier, that you like a bit of a laugh when you're relaxing after a hard day's training, and you picked a comedy right here. Run, Fat Boy, Run. Simon Pegg stars as a loser who wants to get his girlfriend back by getting fit. What did you like about it? Simon Pegg's hilarious, isn't he? I think he's the new kid on the block now, isn't he, as far as comedy. I think he's an absolute wonderful actor. That first day when he set off running,
You know, stretching on the wall. He missed the wall with his leg, didn't he, and all that. He's just brilliant, really. You know, he's absolutely hilarious.
Do you think if you know, put in the time, do a bit of running, the girls are going to go...
I can relate to it, because when I first started my training camp, as you know, I put a lot of weight on. I don't think I'd wear them skimpy type shorts that he wore. No wonder he couldn't run far in them. There must be something about us men where obviously, you know, you've got a rival, you know, in the fella that's with his former missus, and you know he's thinking, oh, she's a body beautiful and all that. You know, I'll get in shape. I mean, how many men try and do that?
Yeah, I know I do. Check these guns out. Look at them. Yeah, I do. And what is it with the weight thing? Like you train and then you put on weight. After a fight, I think one of the tabloids dubbed you Ricky Fat because of how much weight you put on between fights. Why'd you do that? Is it not easier to just keep trim, or do you just go, oh, I'm finished with this boxing?
No, it is. But you know, I like my food. You know, I like a pint of beer every now and again. And you know, nowadays, you know, if you interview someone, they go, oh well, I know I stay away from fat food and I don't touch a drink. And I think, you lying so and so. You know what I mean? I just say it the way it is. And nobody is in better shape for me, you know, when I start training, you know, for 12 weeks. And there's a little bit of that, you know, when you think of the film Run, Fat Boy, Run, you know, everybody's turning around and saying to him, what, you're going to run the marathon?
I take it the diet's off.
There's no way you can run a marathon.
You don't think I'm going to finish, do you?
No, I don't.
People turn around and say, look at the size of him now, look how fat he is, he'll never be ready in time for his fight.
So it's all the criticism that drives you on?
Yeah, it's a driving force to what I do.
One of the things that goes on in Run, Fat Boy, Run is where he goes, I'll have an English breakfast with extra English breakfast. Is it true you have an English breakfast on the morning of the fight?
I have a full English breakfast every morning of the fight, yeah. When you've gone 12 weeks of having budgie food and lettuce and rice and all that rubbish...
Is that the kind of thing you have to eat?
Yeah, pretty much. So you need, you know, something to make you feel mentally strong upstairs.
Bit of England as well, a bit of England inside
and you go to
Vegas.
You go to America for the fights and the breakfasts aren't the same.
Can they make it for you, though? What, do they do a good job?
Very badly. There's a pub in Vegas called the Crown and Anchor. Typical British pub where they go and do a full English for me.
I couldn't move after that, let alone go to a fight.
Oh, I can't move until I get to the cars here.